the worst and longest lie you've ever kept up with?
Okay, boom. Me and my boyfriend at the time is breaking up. We live together. I was moving out. I go to the house to get the rest of my things at like 2 o'clock in the morning. When I get off of work, he's on the phone with a girl. In my mind, we weren't broken up. To him, we were broken up. So, make a long story short, I put my hands on him. He then restrained me by the neck, and we got to tussling. I fell. We both fell together, but he fell on top of me, and he stayed in the project, so my head hit that hard-ass towel. I passed out, and when I woke up, I pretended like I lost my memory. He didn't show no emotion the whole time until I blacked his eye. And then when I woke up from passing out, he was crying and kissing all over me, and I'm like, all I wanted was a little reaction, and now you're giving me a reaction, so I'm finna drag this. My actions are not justifiable, but they funny as hell today. So dude's waking me up and all this other stuff, and I'm just like, who are you? I don't know who you are. Mind you, my cousin is outside in my car waiting for me to come outside, but she doesn't know what's going on, and there's no way that I could tell her. He brings his little brother in the room, asks me if I know who he is. I pretended like I did not know who the brother was. I told them that they were keeping me hostage in the house and they wouldn't let me go outside. So they eventually let me go outside, and I started running in the middle of the road. This is crazy. So now my cousin's freaking out like, what the hell's going on? Like, she went in there okay. Now she come out here, she's running in the street talking about this is not her car. Yeah, I told her I didn't remember having a car. I was supposed to be with my dad and my brother. Whole time I'm grown, haven't seen my dad and my brother in about 2-3 years. My cousin starts boohoo crying, freaking out, so she calls my dad. My dad starts cussing her out and saying, take her to the hospital. So we go to the hospital. We go to the hospital, they put a neck brace on me, and they say, they had to put a neck brace on because a nerve in my neck could be pinched, and if it was, then I could possibly be paralyzed. They should have shut up. So they run a CAT scan on me, everything checks out, they about to let me out the hospital or whatever, but they never take this neck brace off of me. I goes home with the neck brace on. I still ain't tell my cousin that I faked all of it. Still ain't call my dad, tell him I faked all of it. Of course, ain't tell my ex that I faked all of it. My ex reached out to me the next day and say, I don't care what my mom said. So I'm like, hold on, what shorty say? He gonna tell me his mom said, won't nothing wrong with me, and I was just crazy. I really didn't lose my memory. I was crazy. So she's actually diagnosed with bipolar disorder. So I'm like, how's she gonna call me crazy and you actually diagnosed with crazy? So now I'm finna show you what crazy is. I goes to shorty house the next day with the neck brace on, go in her room, make her cry, tell her, your son put his hands on me and I had the hospital and they told me that I could be paralyzed, yada, yada, yada. So now I gotta wear a neck brace, drug it. So now the story must go on. So now I go back to work. I wear the neck brace. One of the little white shorties start laughing at me because I got a neck brace on. So I threatened to beat her up. I did not tell my ex any of this until a year ago. This happened, I want to say 2017. I really was insane. I don't know.
Did she really say one of the little white shorties was laughing at my neck brace? Now, what I will say about this says a lot about a lot of women will actually go this far. There's a lot of men in prison because of what she's talking about right there. Doing that, dragging something out and getting off on the emotional response, getting off on the trauma that said person that they are doing this to or they're affecting, but they get off on that. You heard what she said, which is what a lot of women do. A lot of you fellas who are arguing with women, she wanted an emotional response from this dude because he was all nonchalant. He was talking to other chicks that was getting the attention and whatever it was that she was doing. And I'm pretty sure she was doing stuff crazy like this similar. That's why he didn't want to deal with her. He didn't want to deal with the toxic foolishness. So he just was like, yo, let me. And she was like, well, he may have said that we wasn't together, but I'm saying that we together. So we start tussling and doing all this, and your head hits the ground and now you lost your memory. And then you kept this up for the longest time. This dude think that he did something to you. Now imagine how many guys are behind bars, police gotten involved, dudes getting in front of the judge, saying things, telling other dudes stuff, other dudes that's emotional, crashing out over a lie. And women have talked about this, and other women have talked about this in the past, that's one of the most dangerous things to a man is a woman like that will lie. A lot of dudes have been deleted over a lie because a woman, she's just not there. They just do this stuff, man. It's crazy. This is crazy. But we got another clip coming up here, guys. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Is he your type?
No.
Oh.
No. I do love his skin color. I just don't like the way he's dressed. He's look kind of older. So, I don't know. I like a cute face.
You like a cute face? He's not cute?
No, not to me. Sorry. His face was giving, he'd been through a lot. He's very older, wiser man. Like, you know, he'd been through a lot.
I mean, I was definitely very disappointed. I consider myself medium ugly, so I think I do pass the test when it comes to the scale of, rating. So, it is what it is.
Yo, that was definitely a tall glass of water right there. Now, her face look like she been through a lot. She's at least 6'6". That's without the heels. But with the heels, goodness, what, 6'9" right there? That's crazy work. No pun intended, bro. That is crazy work. Now, for her to say that, all these ladies be getting on trying to roast folks. And in this case, it's no different. I'm not saying that she would be hard pressed, but you would be at that height. Baby, it's not gonna be that easy for you to get a man that's really gonna take you seriously. That's a little bit too much. You feel me? That's a little bit too much. So you need to humble yourself, even with these shorter days. You towering over everybody there. And the percentage of men that are your height, pretty sure it's like probably 3% of all men that are your height. So baby, you gotta cut that out. Anyway, let's get on to the next video, guys. Let's go. And I bet when she wipes her face, she don't look nothing like that. These women be putting on this cake, this light skin, trying to look lighter with this stuff. And then you can't even lay next to a woman like that. And she looks completely different. These women, I think the more they use that stuff, the worse they look a lot of times. When they take all that stuff off, women be looking crazy, man. They paint it up. They look like members of the community a lot of times when they be putting this stuff on, and it makes you look like, yo, you can't get intimate with women a lot of times. You can't touch their hair. If you do get intimate, it's like you gotta be hands-free. That's no way to rock, especially if you want a woman that you like to be close with, you like to lay kisses on, you like to be romantic with. Everything's got a smell. Makeup's got a smell. That gel and that wig and all that stuff has a smell, man. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't lay down. But yeah, we have a bonnet on. That I don't care, man. I don't want to be sex in a bonnet the rest of my life or have that next to my face and all this stuff. And you can't be seen outside the house unless you throw all this cake on your face. Baby, let me see what you look like. That's all I want. Let me just see what you look like. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next videos. It's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys at. It's your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm the best. Let's run it up to 1 million. Quit playing with me. Peace.